Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I don't see anybody in here yet. Let's hope that somebody shows up. I'll wait a few seconds, minutes possibly, I guess. But in the meantime, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know we had a lot of fun on Friday Night Fun. I did anyway. I hope everybody else did. I'm not sure. Oh, we got a few people in here now. I don't know who that is. I hope one is Frazzled. Oh, hey, Fig. Awesome. Oh, there you are. Well, you won the drawing, Frazzled. You had probably gone to bed like 10 minutes before or something like that. It hadn't been that long. Hello, Texas Tornado. But yeah, it had not been that long before you, after you went to bed, that you won the drawing. And I do have a screenshot on my phone to prove that you are the one that won, but I don't think anybody's really questioning it. I didn't do it. A Fig did it. But we're super excited that you won. And so you just need to tell me what you want, anything you want. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't say it. You did. So hello, Nancy. Awesome. So anything you want. You want a Frazzled Mom 3 shirt, anything you want, anything you want. You're not buying it, so I can technically do anything you want. Your favorite team or anything you want. So you just need to let me know and I'll make you a shirt. So yeah, I hope you had fun Friday night. I had a lot of fun. And you know, that's what we do on Friday nights. We let everything go and just have a good time. Of course, now we're back to Monday and you know, we still have a missing baby and lots of craziness. I do want to let you guys know that just give me a few hints, a couple of ideas, you know, just throw out some things that you like. Oh, I know. It's going to be so much fun. Oh my God. If I could just show you guys. Okay. So I suggested to dude that, or I don't know what we call him on here. Gary, I guess. I don't know. Rosendo. I suggested that he be Gunther, this person that he does really good karaoke for Halloween. And I got a video yesterday of his dress rehearsal and it was absolutely hysterical. It was awesome. So you guys will be looking at some really good some really good stuff's coming. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord have mercy. That was awesome. I could not even stop laughing. Can you do a Christmas one? Absolutely. Of course I can. Absolutely. Absolutely. And as personalized as you want, don't want, and anything you want, I can do it. Because that's just who I am. I can make shit happen. Okay, no. I just happen to have a vinyl cutter. That's what I have. I cut vinyl all day yesterday. All day. Oh my God, that was the funniest video I've seen. Oh my Lord, that was hilarious. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Oh no, I'm telling Frazzled, Friday night is going to be a blast. I can promise you for sure. And we might end up directing you to a different channel so you can even have more fun. Just saying that I'm not trying to ruin my life right here, but I really hate to keep all the fun to myself. I really do. So kind of try and, after the way this Quentin deal is going, we need something right. No, that's why I say on Friday nights we're gonna, and it's hard for me to do that. It really is. It's hard to just say, okay, you know what, we have to set it aside and try to have a good time. But that's why I've just decided that on Friday nights, that's what we're gonna do. After a long week of everything we do, we just need to kind of let it go for a little bit. And because it's hard, it's really hard to keep this on. It's very hard when you are thinking of this child every day, all day. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to say that we should stop thinking about him, but it's really hard to take that on. I literally, I can tell you, I've taken on cases like from 30 some years ago that I'm like, oh my God, I need something to happen here, or something does happen. And I just thank God, just so many different things, it's good to take a mental break sometimes. Looking into cases, talking about them every day can be meant. No, it is. And this, because I've done this my whole life. And many of you have heard that, I come from this. My dad was a homicide detective and he couldn't let it go. It was very, very emotionally, mentally draining on him. This is why I have the attitude that I have as far as coming down on the police. I watch police live this every day. They don't let it go ever. And I mean ever. I think I told you guys last week, I called my brother about Quentin and we talked about a case. And I said, I remember this when I was 15 years old. And he said, I still think about that, Jackie. I still think about it. And it's really tough. They don't just go to bed at night. And I don't know if you guys remember, or, you guys probably didn't see, but I had an old high school friend of mine. I don't mean old. She's not old, but we've been friends forever. And she's a retired police officer in New York. She came on the show and she said, when you guys, she says, people say that they're afraid when police pull them over. She goes, we're just as afraid as you are. We don't know what we're getting ourselves. We don't know. And, we have to think about those things. We cannot constantly say, oh, the police did this, the police did that. I'm not saying they're not wrong a lot of times. I know that they are. I'm not saying that some of them are not intentionally wrong, that they don't mean harm. But I cannot believe that as a group, you can't take a whole group and say, this is how they feel and this is who they are. That's not fair. It's not fair. It's just not. And I happen to know that in my life, I watched police officers never be home for holidays, work nights, weekends, work 24/7. And they absolutely did not ever. You don't leave it at the office. You don't do that. It doesn't leave you ever. Not ever. So I can't help but say I just can't go down that road. It's that family I would not. Well, speaking of that, Frazzled, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That I do have issues with that family, 100%. Um, what I have, my problem with the protesting, this is what I have an issue with, is that we're what I'm seeing is protesting the police officers, which first of all, they're not in charge of this situation. They can't just go and arrest her. They have to be told to. This is a thing. That's not going to happen. Secondly, when resources are already being stretched the way they are with searching that landfill and all this happening, the last thing they need is to have the resources stretched even further right there in front of the house, especially in the evening and stuff. That's too much. And when people are going to the door, that's not freedom of speech, going to someone's door. That is that is going beyond that's their property. When you come to my door, I'm not going to allow that on and on. I'm actually, that's funny because I'm getting ready to make a sign that says lots of barking dogs and sleeping baby. So ring that bell at your own risk. If this is for bullshit, I'm going to go ahead and tell you not to bother. Because when you wake the baby up because of all of the shit ass chihuahuas, you just pissed me off. Whatever you're selling, I'm not going to buy. Not only am I not going to buy it, I'm going to let you have it. So there is a thing about coming to my door, coming on my property. There is that thing. And people have a right to that. Now, do I like those people? I don't at all. At all. But there are other people in the neighborhood. And your freedom of speech only gets you so far. I mean, people also have a freedom of not having things happen to them. Again, do they deserve peace? I hope they never have another day of peace the rest of their lives. They have created generations of violence. That is what I believe 100%. But the street, the police officers, and the neighbors actually did not ask for any of this. Now, should people have gotten more involved? Probably. And we don't know that they didn't. We do know that CPS was involved here. We know that. And what did they do about it? And we also know how many times do we know that CPS has been involved and doesn't do shit. Now, that's a whole nother story. We've already gone around about this. Are they overworked? Are their hands tied? I don't know. But who is to blame here are the people in that house. 100%. That's who is to blame. Not the police officers, not the chief of police, not me, not you, not the neighbors across the street. But even though they still are allowed, they still have property. They have not been convicted of anything. And even if they have, when you want to use our Constitution to incite things, well, they get to use their constitutional right to say, this is my personal property. That's my feelings on it. I understand the emotions involved here very much. And I want more than anything to see people walk out of that house in handcuffs. Very much so. But I also know that you have got to have a case. You have to have a case before you can arrest them and take them to trial. We know what happens, because what kind of damn fit are we all going to throw if we have another Casey Anthony that is walking the damn street after killing their child. I personally am sick and damn tired of that shit right there. I cannot tolerate that to happen again. That's where I have a bigger problem. I need her to go to jail. And that kind of brings us into what we saw this weekend was the family trying to throw out some new theories, some different theories about the boyfriend. Now, quite honestly, I don't believe that either of them did anything that the other one doesn't know about. Period. Now, the police say that that is the one that is, Leilani is the primary suspect here. Okay, that's fine. They obviously have something to tell them that. That's what I believe too. But I don't believe for 1 second that anything she did, the boyfriend doesn't know about. And if he did it, if he did something, she knows about it too. It's all bullshit. All of this nonsense about we woke up, we went to bed, what the hell ever, okay? The way you decided you didn't need a babysitter at 5:29, and then the whole time, like it all is screwed up. I don't know what happened to that poor child. All I can do is pray to God that it was not violent and it wasn't painful. That's all I can think about. But I don't know if it was premeditated. I tend to think it wasn't, but I don't know. I don't know. None of us do. But I do know whatever happened and whoever did it, Leilani and Danny both are very well aware of what happened. You cannot tell me otherwise. You could not possibly tell me otherwise. That's my feelings. Again, this is all my own opinion. So now that after, Billy Joe threw out there, she's the one who threw this out there. This is another thing. We want to be pissed off because she's not been arrested yet. Billy Joe is the one who threw this out there. I have to think that is why the police had to respond to that. But she didn't tell the police this. And of course, we just heard all kinds of horse shit since then, here and there, from her brother, from this, from that. Who knows what is what? You can't, I don't believe you can believe these people. I don't think you can. My personal feeling is I think that I would like to knock at the door and make a citizen's arrest just for the fact that you're an ass, that you have gone out and partied with your child in a landfill. Okay. A lot of things bother me a lot. But I do not believe for 1 second that we are allowed to overstep a boundary just because we think that we have the right to do this. We all hate her. I can't stand the sight of her. If she were my daughter, I don't even know what I would do. That just wouldn't even be an option. I do think that probably her mother is very sad about this. She's still culpable, and she just is. Because I don't just think that she allowed, and not just because she let her daughter have custody, care for them. Because I think the two of them behaved like best friends at times, like sisters or whatever. So the only time she got pissed off at her is whenever they were like sibling best friends fighting. That's what I think. She was the one financially covering all this. She doesn't have a good past herself. Let's admit it. I don't think for 1 second Leilani had a decent childhood. So I don't know where the hell you want any of this to come from, what you want to happen from this. But it's generations of shit that continues on and on and on. We know this in many different things. I'm sorry, I'm going to look at chat real quick. People don't realize how. No, they have. And this is what's so frustrating, Frazzle. Okay, I am not even going to defend. There's a lot of things that we would not defend today that went on back in the day, and we all know this. But it doesn't mean that that is any of our fault or the fault of police officers today. Any of this. We didn't do it. I like to say, there are people who say, okay, well, this has happened. Okay, well, it didn't happen to you and I didn't do it. So let's just be realistic. Yeah, we've come a long way, and we've come way too far to continue acting like we have not, which just really irritates the crap out of me. Anyway, I have my rights and they have their rights as well. Period. If I haven't been convicted of anything and you want to come to my house, we're going to go ahead and let's bring it on, because I don't have to take that shit either. And when you say that you will have a civil protest and stuff, I have gone to many, probably wouldn't be really popular for me to go ahead and tell you how many rallies I've been to all over this country. Mr. Snotty and I have foregone vacations for like 12 years now, because we have gone, that's what we do. We go and do acts of service. We go and we're involved in rallies. We have to have a permit. We're not allowed, we don't just get to go and protest. We also don't leave one bit of trash. We're very, very well behaved. But I can tell you, there's no rally that we've ever been to that we did not have a permit. So is that freedom of speech? I don't know, because basically you should just be able to do it anytime, anywhere you want to. I know we have not been allowed to do that. Anyway, that's not the right, that's a whole nother subject, and I'm sorry about that. They did it together. No, there's no way that they both. First of all, they're both immature, not well-behaved people, period. I don't know if Leilani did it. I don't know if Danny did it. I don't know if it was intentional, if it wasn't intentional. I don't know any of those things. But one thing I could damn near take to the bank is that they both know what happened. No two ways about it. That's my opinion. And I think I just have to be allowed to have it because it's my channel and I'm going to have it. So some things I need to tell you is that we are going to, Mr. Snotty and I are going to go to Savanah next week. And I am going to protest to some degree. I'm going to show my support for justice for Quentin. But my intention is to spend more time going around the city trying to find out more information about things. I will not incite people that I don't know, and I don't have any idea what they might do. I refuse to be part of something like that. And I will die backing the blue. I can't help it. My whole family's cops. I'm sorry. I can't help that. But we are going to be there next week, and I'm excited just because I want to. Not excited is the wrong word. I do want to see this poor baby where he grew up, or just whatever I can find out. And if for no reason, just for my own self. Like I said, that child belongs to this whole country now, this whole world. At this point, he belongs to all of us. I was just in the 60s. I could make oh wow, I bet. I bet. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm telling you, some of my grandkids, I'm telling when they were could barely talk and they were like, "What do you mean this?" Or yeah. Yeah, our kids were like, when you tell the girls you're having a tea party, what do you mean? Oh my goodness. Burn the bride, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've actually done a lot. And it was a lot of fun. I finally had to put an end to it just because it became very emotionally draining on me. The last one we went to was it literally changed my life, and it because it backfired on us so severely that I turned I turned myself completely around. I don't do anything I used to do. I don't watch anything I used to watch. I changed my entire life. I became extremely depressed. It was a horrible situation. And so we're just not going to do it anymore. I can't. I can't. But we did for a long time, but we were absolutely respectful, 1,000,000%. Never, ever were we involved with anything violent, ever. And I won't be. I will not be. I'll never be involved with anything violent. And I will never, ever encourage that kind of thing. We just can't do that. To me, that's not okay. That's funny though, burn the bra. My aunt tells me stories about, it's so funny. I actually had the same typing teacher that my aunt had. And, my aunt is a very successful, very educated person. But in high school, she was a very rebellious person. And so when I mentioned my typing teacher one day, and she was like, "Oh my God, that woman hated me." She's like, "You know what? You should ask her about my black fingernails." She goes, "I painted them black just to piss her off." Because she had to do that. And yeah, she remembered her for sure. Not sure that helped me out, how well that helped me out, but I still got an A because I deserved it. But anyway, that's funny. So I don't know. It looks like we've lost people. Maybe a lot of my opinions aren't working well. I am feeling a little in the dumps because since Friday I've lost 11 subs. So that means 11 people specifically said absolutely not. I know I got to have a thicker skin, and I do, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I it's okay. But it does kind of hurt because I'm like, I just want to say, what did I do? Just tell me, because maybe I could fix it, But is that realistic? Probably not. Maybe I'm just not for them anyway. We don't know. Maybe they got a bad tarot card reading. Maybe it has nothing to do with me. Right, Mara? I was like, I know everybody's like, you need to calm down. And I'm like, no, just tell me why. What did I do? Yeah, one figure. I gained one back. Yeah, believe me, I watch it like a hawk. And I should probably stop because, hey, what am I going to do about it? I am who I am. I can't change that. And as a rule, I don't necessarily want to. Sometimes do I wish I was different? I will say this, okay? Wow, just dawned on me. I cannot watch my own videos. Can't do it. So I guess really, why should I expect anybody else to? Yeah, I should be surprised that anybody's here at all because I can't watch myself. They make my stomach hurt. And Michelle and her oh my, oh Lord. Oh my gosh, Frazzled, did you see me where I saw you in a chat the other day, and because I told you that you won. Did you see me in there? I don't know which one, where that was. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play the tape. Yeah, the rats and bats. You know, Fig, I showed you the rat. I did not show you the bats. Okay, we already knew she was batshit crazy. Good Lord Almighty. I don't even know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Leilani coming out. Now, that was a disgusting, like, subway, New York City subway. I don't even know. Okay, let's see. Oh, cancel that. Baby armadillo. Yeah, that's not what it was. Ugh. You watched it. That was so yikes a Rooney. Nobody can even deal with that. Okay, we're going to share this now. Okay, what is going on here? There we go.
Joining us for the news at 6, I'm Dawn Baker. In a WTOC exclusive, Leilani Simon, the mother of missing Chatham County toddler Quentin Simon, is speaking out tonight for the very first time since he was reported missing nearly 3 weeks ago. Chatham County Police and the FBI believe Quentin is dead and are actively searching a local landfill for his remains. Police say Leilani is the only suspect in his disappearance as well as his death. And tonight we have team coverage with our Shay Schrader and investigative reporter Max Dieknike. We begin with Shay, who joins us live outside of the Simon home. Shay, what did she talk to you about?
Leilani and I spoke about a number of things, including what she remembers from the morning she first reported Quentin missing to what life has been like as the days have gone on, still with no sign of Quentin. I talked to Leilani as well as her mother, Billy Howell, who were both just distraught over Quentin's disappearance. They say they've been harassed in the days and weeks since Quentin disappeared, but Leilani wants everybody to know that she's not running away.
I'm here. I've been here every day since this. I am not running and I'm not hiding. And if something does come up that I am at fault, I will take myself to that police station.
Chatham County Police have repeatedly said that though they've named Leilani the prime suspect in her son's disappearance and death, they don't believe she's a flight risk. Leilani says that she and her mother, Billy Howell, spend their days in the backyard of their home because it's too difficult to be inside with reminders of Quentin and the fact that he's gone.
Every day that goes by is less tears and more anger, not knowing what's happening, if that's even understandable. You wake up every day angry, hoping that you're going to get a phone call, and that phone call just doesn't come.
CCPD and the FBI haven't released many details in the case and haven't said why they believe Quentin is in a landfill. Police say they're doing that to preserve any potential court cases down the line. Leilani and Billy tell me that they get their new information about the case from watching the news and that they feel all they can do now is hope.
We want something great to come out of this, but mostly we want him not to be found in that landfill. We want him found happy and alive. We want him back in our arms, holding us. That's what we want. We're just hoping that he's in somebody's house and they're feeding him, and we're hoping that, maybe they wanted a baby or couldn't have a baby. Maybe they thought they were his savior. But it's not. That's their best hopes at this point.
Chatham County Police say they have no reason to believe that Quinton was abducted or kidnapped, and they have evidence that suggests he was placed in a dumpster and that his remains are in the landfill that they're currently searching. Leilani Simon hasn't been charged with anything at this time, but police say she is the only suspect in her son's disappearance. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Live in Chatham County, Shay Schrader, WTOC News.
Okay, so I think that was probably not a good idea for her to do. It wasn't a good idea for her to go to the bar and do shots either, and clearly it wasn't a good idea for her to do whatever she did to her son. No, I know. I don't think she did herself any good with the people outside. We did hear that she was twerking in the window. I haven't seen tape of that, and everybody's filming that house 24/7. So I don't know. I don't know anything about that. And that's why I say I don't plan on misbehaving whatsoever when I go there. You might think of doing a live making shirts and a oh. Yeah, I will. I did let Molly know that I'm going to be down there when she's there. She's going on the 1st. We're going on the 2nd. Yeah, I definitely will do that. I should have last night. All day yesterday, I was cutting vinyl. Stop it. Stop. I've got a chihuahua trying to run the damn joint over here. Yeah, definitely we are for sure with the tamales, because I just can't believe I've never done it before, and that's happening. And I will go. I know that there's other people going to be there. No, don't worry. You're not being pushy at all. I think it's great. I think you're absolutely right. Did you see me in that chat the other day? I can't remember where it was. I don't know if it was. I don't know. I can't remember now. But I saw you in there and I was like, oh, hey, you won. No, not at all, Frazzled. Not one bit. I plan on doing that anyway, for sure. I just think that she didn't do herself any favors. She was told not to talk. She says by FBI, if she had an attorney, he would tell her not to talk. She really thinks she's going to act like she thinks that child is in somebody's house. I don't even know. What do you even say to that? See, you're not perfect. That would be the best way to let others see you're not perfect. That I'm not perfect? I think I have made that really clear. If you talk to anybody who knows me, they know. I really tend to have no filter, and it doesn't really pan out all that well for me all the time, but I am who I am. I'm straight up. Love me, like me, hate me. I am what I am. I can't help it. What I always say is when I pass away, you are not going to open a closet and find all this stuff that you didn't know about. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You're not going to find all this stuff because I just let it all hang out. Good, bad, ugly, the whole thing. I did have a friend of mine who she actually is in every live, but she never gets involved in chat. And she moved like 2 years ago away from here. And so she told me this weekend, she goes, I love your shows because I feel like I'm at your house again. And I just love it. So that was nice to hear. People like to see it's okay to mess up food. Yeah, like last week when I had a fire. Yeah, I had a cooking fire. Yeah, I have lots of, I create more problems for myself than not. But, you know, Jack's cupboard that one of the cupboards he gets to have, I don't know what I was thinking, but there was a box of oats in there today that I let him just have. And so, big mess, my problem, my fault. Something else I asked for. Yeah, we'll definitely do more of that for sure. You know, we'll just do all kinds of stuff. You know, I can't go, I'm not going to go completely true crime. That is kind of my passion, but it's really hard to do. It's very hard for a lot of things are, you know, it's emotionally hard for a lot of people. And so, you know, the Quentin thing has had me from day one. And oh yeah, and make a big mess, right? Yeah. Same thing. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just, oh my goodness. Okay, I apologize. Kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, and make a big mess. Yep, that's exactly right. But it's fun. Yeah. And it's really awesome because I didn't see him for 2 days over the weekend. And so he just had so many kisses for his doggy today. Just tons of kisses. And just, you know, that's the stuff that just gets you and makes you so happy for and know how truly blessed we are. Because not everybody has this. Not everybody has a huge, amazing family, and I do. And I'm truly beyond blessed. Tonight I got too much playing and baby crying over and over. Oh, playing a baby crying. Oh, it is. You know, the grandkids are just the biggest blessing a person could have. You can't ask for more. And then the kids, and then yeah, there's that. And even when Daddy got here, and he loves his daddy, but he still is reaching for his doggy. I love it. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Mine brought me his. Oh no, sorry about that. Yikes. Yeah, when they're in school and daycare and stuff, there's stuff going around just constantly. It's always a thing. Oh, he is just amazing. Just a beautiful, beautiful baby. I am for sure blessed. And that's, you know, again, that's what just kills you when you see this nonsense going on, that people can actually hurt a child and then get up there and say, you know, I hope he's in somebody's house and he's being, are you shitting me? Really? How do you even do that? How do you even say that crap? It's unbelievable. When you know full damn well you put him in a dumpster. Wow. Unbelievable. I thought I might play a little bit of what's going on live there right now. I don't actually know what is going on, but I think I'll just play a minute of that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yes, I did. I thought about talking about that. And, that is something that is really going to become. I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about that because, we all have different thoughts and there's the whole controversy over CPS and all that. And, yep, where Harmony is concerned, we have many. In Houston, we have all over the place. In Savanah, okay, with Quentin. But Harmony, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, I'm glad they arrested him. I'm very glad they arrested him. But let me just tell you, does anybody even realize when they gave that child back to him, not only was there not water or electricity in that place, it didn't even belong to, they were squatting. When CPS gave that child back to him, they were squatting. It didn't even belong to them. Oh, it's that Harmony is just pitiful. And if it weren't for her brother's adopted parents, would anybody ever know that she's gone, that she's missing? Nobody. Oh, I don't even know. I really don't know. No, she shouldn't have. She was given back to him. She had already been taken away and given back to a house in a home, apartment, whatever the hell it was, that had no water, no power, and they were squatting. They didn't. Oh my God. And all these years that girlfriend was getting welfare for her and all this shit. That's when you can't tell me anything about CPS right there. And the police were even called and came and saw that shit. Unacceptable. I'm not buying the mom story at all either. I don't give a shit. Okay. I don't necessarily buy her story. But he wasn't with her. He was with the dad. And CPS knew what the hell was going on. She had already been taken and they gave her to him in that situation. With a hose from somewhere and an extension cord from somewhere in somebody else's residence. It wasn't theirs. Yeah, I'm glad to see he's arrested, but good God, that whole thing is just more nonsense than a person can take. That's another one where other people need to have. Right, absolutely. All kinds of people are involved here. And it's so sad when you hear, her brother's parents. They were trying to help their son. He needs his sister. He misses his sister. I think his sister, as a toddler, took care of him. So horribly sad. After they had already terminated rights for her brother and saying how it was up. Right. Exactly right. And you know what? His parents didn't want to adopt another child, but they were going to do whatever it took for their child. That is such a sad deal, such a sad thing. Oh my goodness, that makes you just pisses you off. And they're not going to find her. They at least they have decided to not just drop it. They realize that what did they say? Destroyed. Yikes. And I think it's very possible. I think everybody should be very realistic that it's quite possible they won't find Quentin either. I think that's very possible. And I don't know about people here in Arizona where I'm from, but we could probably, a lot of people here could remember about Cookie Jacobs. She was never found in the landfill. That never happened. Her kids said that they woke up and she was not alive, and so they were afraid somebody would blame them. So they put her in the dumpster, and she was never found. And to my knowledge, they've never been charged with anything because there was how retarded. You didn't call 911. You just said, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I'll just put her in the trash. Shit like that. The minute you say that, that's a problem. People don't do that. After they had her, oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very disgusting. I don't know what people really plan to do about any of that kind of shit. But too many people get by with this stuff. I don't know that they're going to find Quentin. And that's, again, why I'm not trying to sit there and blame the police officers. That takes a lot of strategy to try to work all that out. And it still may not happen. And it's hazardous. They can't even bring cadaver dogs in there to help them because it's not safe. So yeah, you would think, but what I can't believe is the way that every single move we make is on camera these days. That's why I can't believe people are getting by with anything. Maybe we have too many rights. I don't know. Because people are getting by with shit. We cannot let Leilani become another Casey Anthony. People are fed up with that shit. We're done with it. We are done with that shit happening. With you getting by with killing a child. I think we're done with it. I'm damn well done with it. And then you see Casey Anthony calling the police because somebody is yelling at her at a bar. So you just want to say, are you kidding me? You better shut your damn mouth. If I saw that bitch at a bar, I'd beat the crap out of her. I would go to jail gladly go to jail in a heartbeat if I could beat the snot out of that girl. Wait, what? Who has a daycare? Are you talking about Casey Anthony has a daycare? Oh, I don't know that. Surely not. I need to look that up. Wow. Oh my God. Well, who the hell takes her kid to her? She might have a daycare, but there's no kids there. No, surely not. You can't possibly do that. Right? Is it? I gotta look this up. I don't know that I can believe it. So you just looked it up, Fig? Are you serious? Oh. Wow. Okay, I don't know. Clearly, I have no idea how to even respond to that. Rockabye baby, I'll be damned. Okay, well. If that can become successful, are you kidding me? Well, I don't even know. I don't know. I'm beyond being able to know how to handle that. Yeah, and what is the what's for lunch every day? Xanax? Oh. Well, because why would she do that? First of all, she doesn't like children. She doesn't like her own. She's not trying to be bothered with children. That is literally is a problem for her. Wow. I hope it's not true. I hope not. Because who the hell even gave her a permit? Who let her do that? Who funded it? Who? Okay. Yep. That's exact. You're absolutely right, Frazzled. Absolutely right. I don't want my babies with anybody else. Because God help their asses if something happens. Nope. We're not even going to go there. Not even going to take that chance. Wow. Yeah, I think it's false. I think that's just too far. I can't believe something like that would happen. I'm gonna put on and see what's going on in front of the house right now. Let's see.
A lot of the locals and a lot of the neighbors, they know what's going on. They watch the news. If only Quentin laughing and the play voice of it. I have to look at. There's a few things I need to do. Right down. So if you haven't seen episode 1 and episode 2, I dropped episode 2 like an hour ago. And episode 3 is going to be insane because today I didn't have time to go live earlier because I was at the police department and the courthouse with one of the protesters, and it was a shit show. Just the way they were treating her, and it was crazy. And I have that all on video, so I'm going to be showing you everything. Like at one point, I wanted to fucking cry because it was just so frustrating and ridiculous. Someone said 50 decibels.
The police is still here.
Someone said But anyways, there's 2,300 people in here. I love every single one of you. Justice for Quentin. This is horrible what's happening. And let's pray and hope that he is found. Doesn't look like he's going to be found alive. It's been 3 weeks. It's cold at night. I mean, I can't imagine. Like, I don't know. It's just really depressing. Like, the whole situation is.
Okay, it looks like it's kind of, it looks pretty mellow right now. Me personally, I don't necessarily have a problem with the horn honking and stuff until a certain point. I do believe that at some point you have to, give the neighbors a break. I truly don't have a problem for anything that's happening to the people inside that house, because I think they all knew exactly what was going on. It wasn't a healthy environment for anybody ever at any time. But I do also not, I don't want to incite people to do anything, and I won't be part of that. I just can't. But I do want justice for that poor baby very, very much. And I am terrified that they won't even find his body. And so I don't know how or who will be charged. We don't know what's going to happen. A week and a half ago, I was almost sure that we were waiting for an arrest, but that didn't happen. And now I'm not sure that there's going to be one. We don't know. And we do need to give law enforcement the opportunity to have the evidence to take it to court, because that doesn't do anybody any good. We saw that. We saw it. Like we just talked about. Casey Anthony's walking around, and I will play hell she did not do that to her child. She did. She 100% did. No question about it. So we don't want that to happen again. We know we don't want that. So I don't want them to prematurely. And I think while she's out right now, especially, she's not doing herself any favors. She's not helping herself. Especially not with that. Not in my opinion. Not that interview. That baby's not at someone's house. And why would you want that? You of course, if you truly don't know what happened to your child and they're missing, you want them to be safe and until you can get a hold of them. But no, my kid doesn't need to be anywhere but with me. That's it. That is just all wrong. That's just all wrong. That's how Justin is. As far as what? Frazzled, what do you mean? Justin's going to be there next week too. We don't get in until afternoon on the 2nd, and we'll be there until Saturday. I want to go around and I want to do some sleuthing, quite honestly. I want to go and see what I can find out. I will spend some time at the house, and I do want justice 100%. But we also know that we have to be careful about that. I don't know, guys. Too many times this stuff happens. Another thing is, we also, we have the Harmony Montgomery, and I'm happy that they did that. Watch Savage Live post. Oh, right. we're supposed to get an update on Debbie Collier early this week is what we were told. So obviously today's Monday. It sounded very much like they might have made an arrest or they're going to. They said the family had asked that they not talk about any of it before her service. I don't know. I'm looking for that one to end up being the daughter. Yeah, I'm packing some warm clothes for sure. And we did get a hotel very close to the house, so and I definitely want to be able to, bring people some water and different things like that. I just will not, I just won't incite anything, that's for sure. Like I'm definitely willing to go to jail for Casey Anthony, 100%. Yeah, lots going on in Georgia. So maybe, I should look and see how close we will be to the Debbie Collier place, because that's kind of seems to be unfolding right now. It's supposed to be. I personally believe that the daughter has got to have something to do with it. Right. Oh, my son and daughter-in-law are following this. Oh, that there's no way that some stranger did something to Debbie Collier and had her give her money to her daughter. That's just too weird for me. I'm sorry, that doesn't work out that way. It's a little too strange. And so I don't know how close we'll be in Savanah to that situation, but we might go check that out too. I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah, that might not be a bad idea. And Savanah is absolutely gorgeous. I've only been there once and I didn't spend a lot of time, but I do know it's a very beautiful place. And it's a sad reason to go. But I do want to just give him a voice. Try to give him some kind of voice. Just let people know what a precious baby he is. They were feeding a couple of the old men today that is sweet. Oh, I don't understand, Frazzled. I don't know what you mean. I don't think I understand. So we're definitely going to stay on top of this, and I will be letting you guys know. Actually, hope some of the shirts I did. I cut vinyl for Justice for Quentin shirts for Mr. Snotty and I, and then. So I'll have those to show you tomorrow. And then I have I cut a bunch of vinyl, and so I just have to get it all put on shirts and whatnot. And so I will show you guys that stuff this week. Have you checked with Molly to see where they are staying? No, I don't know where they're staying. I let her know that we were going, and she responded that she knew we were coming. So that's okay. It's okay. I need a mom. I don't have one. I want one. I miss my mama. Yeah, I don't know where they're staying. I should just at least let her know where we're going to be and when we're coming. I know they also plan on getting together with Mr. McCrae and Wynette while they're there. It's I guess I can't remember if it's 4th or 5th. One of those days is Marvon's birthday. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Oh, Jaguars who Molly rented an apartment for her and Justin. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say where we're staying. I don't think that there's only 5 people in here. I don't think anybody really cares where I'm staying. I don't necessarily feel like I need to hide it. Yeah, I didn't hear that. Just before I came on, I was listening to, she was on EKC's live. I like her. Jaguars Hooligan, I've never seen you in here before. Welcome. I don't know if you guys saw one of Molly's videos today. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even stand it. She does Michelle so well. Oh my God. To be safe, it's still not give Seahawks about where you details not. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't know what that means, but yeah, that's what I was saying. I won't mention where we're staying but I'm pretty sure nobody cares. But just in case. Yeah, I won't mention it. But we're all set and ready to go. Got the baby boy handled and all that stuff, so we are ready. Oh, you did? Oh, nice. Well, welcome here. Yeah, oh goodness. Hold on, sorry, I need a second here. Sorry, the dogs shoved the door wide open. Question, maybe your husband would know. Why are they not calling out the guard to help search? Oh, I hope so. That'll be exciting. I don't know. I can't. Well, first of all, I think the FBI is the one involved with this search now. So it's not even the local police. And because it's hazard material involved, it's a special team that has to do it. Like I said earlier, they can't even let the dogs in there. It's not safe for them. So I don't see, I can't imagine that they would have the guard out. I don't think that that would really, I don't know. It's always hard to, I think it has to be a state of emergency or something like that to have the guard out. I don't think that that would be a thing. I just think that it's really, really hard. I mean, it is worse than a needle in a haystack, I think. Like I said, what happened here in Arizona, and this was in 1998, I believe, is when that happened. They never, ever found her. And I'm very, very worried that that's going to happen again. Because I don't know what happens. I have to imagine that they have surveillance tape of her putting something in a dumpster. Because they have to have a reason, something that led them to a certain spot in that landfill. But we also have to remember it takes a lot of sifting through videotape. I mean, you got to go through forever of this and lots of different ones to come up with, it's one thing for us to watch a 30-minute show and say, okay, well, there's a tape, because that someone spent forever, getting all that together. So, oh, I know that, like I said, I've been to Savanah just one time and I didn't spend a lot of time there, but it was absolutely gorgeous. I've always wanted to go back. And Mr. Snotty has been all over the world, all kinds of places, many places. But he has actually never been to Savanah. So, we might spend an hour or so checking some shit out. They got themselves out there. Now they're having fits. Okay. Oh yeah, you've actually done that too, Big. Yeah, I know for sure that Figs had to sift through lots of surveillance tape. Stop. Oh my goodness. These Chihuahuas think that we work for them. Seriously. They are brats. It's a long. No, Artie's asking me to have to stay focused. Right, because you could just, you can miss one thing just by, blinking probably. Yeah, that's what I think people don't understand. It takes a lot of that kind of stuff, and then you got to do all this stuff. There's a lot of things involved that we are not, given all the explanation for. I think we honestly just have to figure out that clearly that's a thing. Do you know they sold one of their campers today? Well, I know they sold one the other day, and I don't know. I was watching the live, and it kind of seemed a little crazy because they left with it, and there was no license plate on it, and people were following them. They said they were running red lights and speeding and doing all this stuff. I'm not sure what all ended up happening with that. And then we heard that that wasn't them, that they had sold it. I don't know. I'm sure that I assume they know they're looking at some legal fees, possibly. I assume that she's not just going to plead guilty to anything, but I have no idea. But I know that Billy Joe is the one who made the money in the house, and she hasn't been able to work, obviously. She came in from a job that was in Illinois during this. I'm sure they need money. I don't know. They spent $300 on their bar tab the other night, so maybe they don't. I don't know. Oh, these dogs drive you. Yeah, they do drive me nuts. They do. And Mr. Snotty has informed me that they will outlive us. So this really gives me not a lot to live for other than my grandbabies. That didn't help me out any because they were very frustrating. Oh, so they sold another one today. Wow. I don't doubt that they need money at this point, I would think. Because I think she's supporting the entire family. You know, I'm kind of bummed that we haven't seen Keeping It Real back in here. She was joining us every evening for a while, and I really liked hearing from her. Billy Joe was just out in the back. Nice. Oh my gosh, seriously? Wow. Okay, I'm going to go try to find that. You guys, okay, if I go try to find that? Wow. Hey. Oh. Stop. Babe, can you please? Okay. I just pulled it up, so hold on. I'm going to bring it up, guys. But you guys need to stop.
Alright guys, so we're live in front of Quentin Simon's home. It is later in the day. There's not very many people, as you can see. There's actually just very few out here. There's some news. Hi. Hey guys, welcome. Today was pretty crazy. Sorry I couldn't go live earlier in the day. I was out with one of the protesters, and we were at the police department. We were also at Chatham County Courthouse, and just doing some paperwork. And it's been very interesting documenting this one protester, Wanda. She's very sweet. And I was with her and her husband, and it was just very interesting learning about the true side of their story and what happened Friday night during the arrests. And there is a lot of misinformation, And I'm making a video where I'm going to clear up some things to show and shed light on what actually happened, because one of the police officers did grab her, and she has bruises on her arm where you can clearly see where he, like, it was just like excessive and unnecessary to grab her like that. And they have video footage, and the man who lives in the house that's over down there, he had a baseball bat, and um, the police in the police report, they completely disregarded that part and left that out. And that guy was the aggressor. He was an aggressor. They totally left it. They're chanting in the back.
Yeah, like these people have lost their grandson. They have FBI agents out in the landfill, and they're out there getting drunk, having parties, laughing, dancing, listening to music. This is sick, police chief. This is what you're condoning in your streets, not Bullhorn Betty.
Can you believe this?
You're damn right they are. I told you, when I come into town, I make people climb walls, and I exactly mean that. We've got them caged like rabid animals in that house, and they've got drug problems, they've got alcohol problems. Trust me, I am wearing on their last nerve. They're breaking, and they can't help it because, again, they're too stupid. We've been doing this for a really long time. This is a strategy from many smart people, and it works.
Wait, she's on the other side.
Mods, but how many, by a show of ones in this chat, have seen the recent video drop that Olivia did? If you guys have not seen that, it's a 20-minute video. It is a must see. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys have already watched that video. And also, next to that 1, tell me what you thought about it. Awesome. So a lot of people saw it. It was awesome. Yeah. And for all the other people that haven't seen it, you guys need to watch it. You know, we are literally documenting everything here. Olivia is, she is producing it very well. I think it's as factual as you're going to get. You're hearing their own voices. You know, this stuff out here is just insane. Like, these people in this house, they have a child missing. They have every single child taken out of this house, and they're still doing the same exact thing that got this child removed in the first place, these children removed in the first place, and why a reason one of their grandchildren is dead. Like, it's the insanity of addiction, the insanity of addiction, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It is no surprise to me that Billy Joe is in there using narcotics. It is no surprise to me because she's never stopped. She's calling me a liar, but I exposed the fact that we've already heard stories of her being at those biker bars doing rails off dirty toilets. You can't dispute that. And then we're hearing her chant about how the cocaine's making her pain go away, right? So clearly, the drugs and the alcohol haven't stopped here. And we got a dead child on our hands. It's just sad. It's just sad. With you, this sickens me. If me being out here all day and freaking night working my ever loving butt off is not a testament to how much I care about this 20-month-old child, I don't know what is going to convince anybody. We are not out here for any other reason than to expose this family and find out why she is not in jail with years of abuse under her belt. You know why? Probably because her mom's an expert in dealing with CPS, because I'm pretty sure Billy Joe was a real piece of work when Leilani was growing up. I mean, you don't have messed up kids like this, where you have 2 murderers in your household. You don't have kids messed up like this unless you were a real piece of work as a mother. And that evil on your face, I know you abused these kids. I know you, Billy Joe, abused Leilani. I know you abused these children when you were that's why they got removed from your care. I just want to know, did you SA them? Did you ST them so you could get high? Because there's a lot more going on with these kids than just normal abuse. So I want to know, Billy Joe, what did you really do? What did you do to these kids to create 2 murderers? Don't think this is probably a long time coming. When your ass is locked up in jail, you should be thankful that you had a chance to live to 45 before you were caught with all your crap, because you should have been locked up long before this, Billy Joe, long before this.
Wow, this looks like it's going to get. Wow. I want to put it back on full screen if everybody's okay with that.
Billy, I got receipts. What are yours? Oh, my daughter didn't do it. I didn't do it. Okay, well, I got the receipts, babe. Yeah, you did. Exactly. And not one charge. Like people can just get, they can beat the crap out of the kids. The CPS come here and remove the kids. But where's the accountability? Where's the criminal charges for these? How can states and counties across this country be removing these children from homes, yet not one criminal charge is levied against them for any type of child abuse, child neglect? This
I can't hear it.
Yeah, drunk and high. That lady is piss drunk. We're being mean to her. We're being mean to her. What did Leilani do to your grandson? Don't you think that was mean? That was torture. Torture. So Sweet Home Alabama, we're out here The family's been watching us. We're destroying their narrative, so much so that they had to come publicly out and reach out to a news outlet to get their side of the story out, which is what we wanted them to do. And so they finally broke today and did that. I was hoping that they did that last week, but they didn't. It was today. And so I was able to kind of gloat and say, you just were played, because that's what we've been wanting. Because now that those interviews can be, like our body language experts can now start looking at those. And so she's now drunk as a skunk in the backyard. She's trying to get my attention. She's trying to tell me I'm a liar. Then after that, she starts telling me how mean I am and how horrible I am for this. But you know what? At the end of the day, you tell your daughter, turn your daughter in. Tell her to start cooperating with law enforcement. You tell her to pick up the phone and tell them what happened. No more lies. We're tired of the lies. Quentin deserved better than this. And now, yet again, this family is back there drunk and doing drugs. And it's sick. It's sick. This is how we got here. This is why Bullhorn Betty is in Chatham County, because of this nonsense. Billy Joe is no better than Leilani, guys. Period. She stood by and let Leilani beat that child and left him with that child after she was working on evicting her and taking her to court for child support. She just got child support court ordered. What did you think was going to happen to this child? You knew she wasn't connected to this child. You knew she was going out of her way to beat this child. And you did all these things and then just left that child here for weeks on end with his abusive mother. What, Billy Joe, what the hell did you think was going to happen? Seriously, lady. I told you when I came here and I found out the information I did, you get no sympathy from me. None. And you will continue not to get any sympathy from me. You want me to go away, Billy Joe? You want me to quit being mean to your household? I will be happy to. I will be happy to. You know what you do? You make Leilani tell the truth. And quit calling everybody else out here that is telling the truth liars. Because the only liar here, the only liars, are you and your family. Let's get that straight. I don't have a reason to lie. None. All right, so it seems like it's calm down here, guys. I'm gonna go home. I think it's, our work's done here. We wanted to capture some things. I'm surprised Billy Joe came out to talk to me. Well, she didn't come out to talk to me. She just wanted to holler over the fence. But she's drunk. She's not thinking clearly. Law enforcement, now's your time to kind of, maybe talk to them. They'll probably tell you everything they know.
Okay, wow. I don't know. I couldn't hear everything. I don't know about you guys. This way it's coming. See, I don't know why I can't see all these. I don't know what to do. I can't move this screen. Okay, there we go. Now I'm back. On the live. Oh, yeah. We'll have to probably go there and watch it because I couldn't. Can you hear it on the other one? It was louder, but Olivia is going to clip and enhance it. Oh, okay. Wow. That's crazy. I think this is what law enforcement is doing also. Obviously, I think they don't have enough to charge her with what she needs to be charged with. But I also think that they're going to let them call their own self out. Wow. It just gives you goosebumps thinking of, I can't imagine living that kind of life. I just can't. That's so crazy. How do you just sit in the house with your daughter knowing that this has happened? It just is all I know. I can't even imagine. I remember after Casey Anthony, I told my daughter, you know what? There is nothing on earth I wouldn't do for you, but guess what? Something happened to that baby. That's a problem. That is not going to be okay. And I think that's how people are. You can't really. They were yelling justice for Quentin at the protesters at one point. No, you're right. They are. They are. And I agree to that to some point. I think that's good. I just don't think that misbehaving and inciting violence with people that you don't know, that's what scares me. You don't know what people are going to do. I mean, I know what I'm going to do, but you just don't know what other people will do. You live in Florida. Oh, wow. See, that's just it. We can't have another one of those. We cannot have that happen again. Because people can't take that shit anymore. We can't take it. Well, and Betty's absolutely right there. Can you imagine? Okay, Leilani did not grow up well. This is a generational thing. We've talked about this. I don't know how Billy Joe was brought up. I don't know that. But I do know that this shit doesn't stop. And sadly, what's going to happen is it is going to stop here. For all the wrong reasons. In a very bad, tragic way. Because those kids are out of their hands now. And see, how are you having a party? First of all, the fact that your child is in a landfill. Okay. But not only that, your other children are not with you. I can't even imagine someone coming and taking my children from me and me just partying, just having a good time. No one was ever going to take my children from me. Absolutely not. Unacceptable. That would never happen. No, you're absolutely right. Jaguars, you're absolutely right. It's generational. It doesn't give her an excuse for doing what she did to this baby. That's not an excuse. But she didn't have a good childhood either. Of course she didn't. No, nobody here has. Nobody here has had any normal life whatsoever. And it's super disgusting. Because everybody in the whole neighborhood knew those kids were out wandering around. We've watched how busy that street is. Can you imagine those kids out just unattended and stuff? I mean, that by itself is terrifying. But to think that the way they were abused, they weren't, in dirty diapers and they were just dirty and so, to come out acting like, I hope he's in some house. Well, you know what? That would be awesome. That would be fucking great, Leilani, if he was in a house where somebody was taking good care of him. And I think that could have been a possibility. But that is not what's happening right now. That is not. And I don't know how the hell you get up there and say that shit. It takes a sick, damn, twisted person to act like, to even let that shit come out of your mouth. I hope he's in someone's house. What the hell does that mean? First of all, my kids better not ever be in anybody else's house that I don't know about. Because that's not a good thing. Ever. So why are you even saying that? If my kid is in someone else's house, then you need to be damn freaking careful, because I'm coming in and bulldozing this shit down. You don't say, I hope that. No, you know what? It's just all more than a person can stand. You know, she broke her silence, really. And we got more than we thought we might get from that stupid ass. That's another thing we should probably just throw in real quick. Just because I am who I am and I can't help it. Not one damn person involved here has a lick of damn sense, has any education. Apparently, Billy Joe has a trade, she figured out. And no doubt, Billy Joe has a lot of damn street smarts. But nobody involved here has any damn sense. And it is super irritating to listen to this shit. I hope he's in a house. You know, I just really wish I hadn't heard that, quite honestly. These people have got a lot of damn balls. You know what? And then people go, you know, I'm afraid she's going to kill herself. No, she's not going to kill her damn self. They don't kill themselves. Why do you think you hurt children and women and people who can't stand up for themselves? Because you are weak and you don't go up against somebody who could actually have a chance against you. No. It's a child who you brought into this world. And then you, I guess, I don't know, maybe wish you hadn't. He sure as hell didn't ask for this shit. He didn't ask for shit. But he bothered you or whatever. Cramped your style. I don't know what the hell he did. But you know what? It's bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. He didn't ask for this. He didn't ask for it. Now you want to get on here and say some bullshit? You can go right to hell. And that's what I'm pretty... You know what? I would sure as shit hate to meet my maker with that kind of shit. But you're going to. That's on you. That is on you. I'm sorry. These people just really piss me off. Now I've got a hair on me that'll drive me absolutely berserk. Wait, let me see. Right. Yeah. How many stories do we have? This at first I heard that he might just be in somebody else's damn house. Exactly right. Exactly. First the dad had him and then the door was open. Who the hell knows all this shit? Oh my God. It makes me so furious. Danny's 17. Are you serious? Oh my God. I thought he was... I didn't hear he was 17. I did not hear that. Oh, God. I don't even know. I have no idea what to even think about any of this. At this point, it's so disgusting. 17. All these people just seem to have, there's a whole nother, somebody famous with this kind of name. So I end up getting, how old is Daniel Youngkin? Yeah, that's so stupid. How could that be possible? That he would literally be 17 years old. I don't see it. It's not. It's getting wild out there. Just wait until MSN picks up the story. Right. Yeah, I don't see his age. I'm gonna have to figure that out because what I'm getting out of this is nothing. There's so much crap. Surely to hell he's not 17. That's America. I know. Oh, I hope not. That's a whole nother can of worms. We all know that. I don't even know if I can take Candace and Don Wells any longer. I just don't know if I can do it. Well, again, I hate to bring it up, but here we are again. Not real smart people. It doesn't mean that you have to be smart to be a good person. Not by any means whatsoever. But these idiots that come out here with their stupid shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were talking about that earlier, Jaguar. Well, we were told that it would be early this week. I didn't, up until late in the day, and I kept checking even the, oh my gosh, what is the county? My God, I'm just losing it now all of a sudden. The county website to see if there was any arrests made. Because they made it they kind of alluded to when they were asked, is it safe to presume whoever is a person of interest or something, or whoever, something about it would not be attending the service? They said that would be correct. I know I don't have the verbiage completely right, but it made it seem like it's got to be the daughter. I mean, who the hell, what kind of random person did this to her and insisted she give her money to her daughter? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because on Friday was the service, and the family had asked that the police not make any statements before the service. They probably didn't want, a bunch of media and stuff there. Also today, Harmony Montgomery's father was arrested for murder. Yeah, a big day really in the true crime world for sure. Besides the idiot ass Wells, that coming up. I don't even know how you can deal with those people. It's a whole nother game of I don't know what. Right? I don't know. Well, and it's so odd. I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, that is so weird. I even heard some people saying today, maybe she did do it herself. She didn't. Who just burns her stomach and gets naked? I mean, none of that makes a damn bit of sense. No matter what, her daughter has to be involved somehow. I mean, I can't see how that doesn't fit. The police said they knew for sure it was personal. wasn't random. The daughter's a damn train wreck. So is the boyfriend. None of it makes any sense. That Family Dollar, 60 miles from, none of it makes any sense. But it's still weird. No matter what. She's naked and her stomach's burned. That's just weird. I don't even know. I can't even imagine what actually happened. Maybe there was a scuffle and you tried to burn her and she fought. I don't know. She didn't burn her own stomach. That's just, I don't believe that. At the same time, sending her daughter all of her money. Okay. And it doesn't actually, to me, it doesn't necessarily look like her going into that store. I think it probably is. But from what we know of Debbie and Amanda, the person that goes into that store, into that Family Dollar, kind of looks more frumpy, like Amanda, to me. I don't know. I'm not trying to make anything of that because I don't know. I don't know any of it, obviously. But there's something super weird about that. I don't even know what the hell happened. And then people are like, well, maybe they paid someone. Well, what do you, there was only $2,000 here to deal with. So how much could you have paid someone? She didn't have a damn penny of her own, that girl. Her. And her boyfriend's dad started a GoFundMe for his son's legal fees. There's a whole lot weird about that. Oh, by the way, everybody, they did find that Wisconsin family today, right? They found them. That family of 4 that was missing, they found them. They said they're okay. Case closed. No big deal. I think it's weird. The one who said they left their dogs and the mother-in-law there to fend for themselves. That was weird. And they right away, nothing to see here. Case closed. I think there's something super strange about that. But they're all okay. Even grandma. So I guess, what are you going to say? Everybody's all right there. So who knows? Can't remember where they said they found him. I saw it like at 4 o'clock this morning when I first woke up. Right? Something super weird. What the hell was that all about? I mean, it's one thing, but you leave grandma even? Yeah, it was, that's right. I know, and they were like, case closed, and I'm like, you might want to keep an eye on that. You think so? Well, I don't know. Because there was very little that came out. I mean, who is the guy? Is there a chance that he would have? Right, he did seem like he's into that, and also, it is weird to say that you know something about that 9/11. I mean, that's quite a while back, but they didn't bother saying like what position he is in life that might be a possibility. If I said that, people are like, really? No. You're just a grandma and a mom and a wife. That's all you are. So who the hell would be trying to? Oh, okay. Well, so that's what I didn't know about. I didn't know about a lot of it, but I was very happy that they were found alive because that all was super weird last week. But his, his 911 call was really weird. And I think that people just in general take those as weird. Like, okay, cuckoo. Like I said, if I were to say something like that, people are like, really? Oh, really? Did you check them out? See, I didn't get too involved with it. I didn't. There's so many things to be involved with that I just barely listened to that. Right. Thank God the grandma's okay, but they literally left her. Maybe they thought that was more, it was safer for her to be there by herself than with them if they're in danger. I don't know. Because that right there, I think, was probably a really big sign that something bad, something super weird happened. Oh, I need to check out their Facebook pages. I haven't done that. I didn't get real involved with that. I mean, I was very interested this morning when I saw they were found. Because when I first saw they were found, I was like, oh God. I was so nervous that they were not alive, but I was very happy to see that part. I know. Right. That's everybody said. This doesn't sound like him. I know. Oh my God. It does. It makes you just think that somebody went off their rocker. But people say that, and some people say shit like that, and they're right. Maybe they really are at some kind of risk. I don't know. Our natural reaction is to go, okay, cuckoo, but maybe he is. I don't know. Yeah, everybody seemed very surprised that he would behave like that. And I don't even know the people, and I was surprised that they left Grandma. I truly was. Yeah, I was super surprised this morning. That was the first thing I saw this morning when I woke up, and I was like, oh my land. Wow. Never walked over. That's quite possible. You think about those things like, okay, we say this stuff even about like, oh my gosh, what's his name? Snowden, right? He might have said a lot of shit too that people were like, okay, crazy. We can't ever, we don't know. I don't want to know, because what I do know, I don't feel comfortable with. And that's just face value is all I know. And I don't necessarily feel comfortable with that. Right? Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay. That is what I thought. They might have thought it's better off to leave her grandma like she is. And plus, she might slow him down. Is that a bad thing to say? No, there are people out there that know things, and yeah, that stuff, we know it has to be real. That has to be real that it's happening to some people. And we also know that these are reasons why some people behave differently than they should. And that we expect them to. But oddly enough, anytime someone says it, we're like, they're crazy. Mm-hmm. Right. No, I'm glad. I know. Can you imagine? I can't. I always feel so bad because my poor mother never even saw a microwave or a VCR. because I think VCR would have been the best thing that ever happened to her, because she would literally stay up all night long to watch, a John Wayne movie, because you couldn't tape stuff. She would have not known what to do with herself if she could have taped a show. Yeah, we've come a lot further than, some days I think further than we need to, because I know for a fact, I just think shit, and I am not even kidding. I won't even look anything up on my phone. I will just talk to somebody about, I'm going to look into a spa thing or whatever. Next thing you know, shit's coming up all over my phone, and I'm like, hey, I said that out loud at my house. How do you know about it? But they do. They know every damn thing we're even thinking. So why do murderers get by? Why do murderers even get to murder? If we already know what the hell everyone's thinking, why can't we quit worrying about if I took the grandkids to McDonald's and start worrying about if people are going to put a kid in a dumpster? Maybe we should start going all over that. Your mom loved FaceTime. Oh, gosh. Oh, my mom would have, too. She would have just died for that. I know. I find myself all the time going, oh, my gosh. My mom never even had a real coffee maker. So many things she would have absolutely loved, and I wish she would have had them. Made her life a lot happier, but she was still happy. Yeah, that's weird. I think, you know what? I'm going to look into that more tomorrow, because I was very puzzled today. The way they said case closed. We found him. Everything's good. That kind of made it seem like maybe he was right. And I don't know. Because they literally did act like he was kind of crazy. That was the impression I was getting. I don't know. Crazy world we live in. Very crazy. Yeah, I actually am too, Frazzled. Thank you for saying that. I'm very sorry too. It was almost, it'll be 42 years and 2 months. It's a long time ago. She's been gone since I was 12. I was barely 12. And I really can't believe it still. 42 years, still hard to believe. But you know what I always say is, some people could have a mom their entire life and not have as good a one as I had. So I'm very fortunate and very blessed for the mom I did have. I think you're right, Joe. I think we probably won't know. I think that's exactly right. I don't think that we're going to find out. Because either he was telling the truth or he's crazy. Either way, I guess they don't think it's our business. But, when you go and put it on national news, I kind of feel like I deserve a little bit of an explanation about what the hell that was about. I'm still very thankful, though, because I was worried about those boys and all that. I was worried about that. Yeah, I think it's hard no matter what, Frazzled, no matter what age you're at. I think, my mom was 47. And that's way, way too young. And of course, you wish that she could know all of her grandkids and all that kind of stuff. But, no, I do too. I do want to know what the hell that was about, because it was super strange. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe somebody said, we need to get this guy and shut him up. Who knows? Because you're right. Somebody does have shit like that. And we just don't know about it. And it's got to, if you do know something like that, it's probably got to be very hard to handle knowing. You'd rather not. So either he really lost it because he couldn't take that any longer, or he just lost it. But who knows? Either way, if he does know something, they're not going to let him tell us. They'll just let him think he's crazy or something. Or I don't know. Because there are people in even lower positions that happen to see things that's got to be hard to deal with. I know when my ex-husband was stationed in Philippines years ago, and they had this big, huge thing. They called it elephant grass because it was grass that was like 30 feet tall. And they had all these antennas and stuff in this. And so they said they got a lot of intelligence and stuff from there. And people would, just like our neighbor was just a clerk in there. I mean, I don't mean just a clerk. I just mean that he wasn't high ranking or anything. He didn't make decisions, but he would see things that were troubling to him, he would say. But, so what if he one day was like, okay, I can't take what I know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling at this point. I think I probably am. So, okay, I think we'll end this because I think I've just started saying just shit at this point. Probably all I've been saying, but that's who I am. No, that's just it. And how many times have you probably heard a story about somebody like at a bar or something? Because probably these people a lot of times typically will become an alcoholic or addicted to some kind of a drug because they're trying to not deal with what they know. And so they just end up, and then it's like, oh, that person's crazy. So, they're a drunk, they're this, they're that. And it's easily passed off that way. I think that's highly possible well, we know it's got to happen. I always say there's so many things that we don't know and we shouldn't know. We don't want to know. We're best not to know. Because whole damn place nobody would be able to sleep at night. Right. Yep. I think that's true for sure. Scary thought. Very scary thought. Like I said, I'm just glad I'm just a mom and a grandma and a housewife, and that's all. Nobody's going to give me keys to nothing, and I don't want them. Works out way best for everybody involved. But okay, I think we will end this. So tomorrow, Frazzled, maybe you can give me a good idea exactly what you want, and I'll do it. Oh, they have. Oh yeah. Of course they do. That's what I'm saying. There's so much shit that we don't want to know. I think I want to know, but really I don't. I probably don't. I think the people who do are paying for that. Scary crap, for sure. Yikes. It's a lot. Okay, I will be back here tomorrow about the same time. And thank you guys so much. You all get some good rest too. And let me know what you want Give me a good idea what you want tomorrow, and also whatever you guys want to talk about. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all very much. Please push like and subscribe for sure, please. Good night, everyone. Love you, everyone.